I'm trying to be forgiving with myself as I'm giving you guys these talks, these motivational talks. Because sometimes I can be too harsh on myself. I'll go like, maybe I'm talking too much, or this is too much, or I'm out of context. And it happens, guys. It happens sometimes. I go out of context. That's why I switched up between long format to 60 seconds so that I give you exactly a core message that has one message. That's it. Or else I'll take detours. I might even digress and then never come back to the point right away. But like I said, I'm trying to be forgiving with myself, and until I master this is a skill. This is not my first language to begin with. Second of all, it's in itself is a skill. Even for the people who are born to speak this language, they have to learn how to communicate effectively. So yeah, I'm here now, trying to get you up this Saturday morning, fired up. Hopefully, some of you got already what you need, and you're already up in the parks, walking, running, maybe reading, maybe working on your businesses, which is fantastic. Great job. But some of you still waiting for permissions, hoping that until I get that one thing before I do this other thing, until I feel that I'm ready to go and I'm enough. Everybody is on a different level, and that's okay. We all start from somewhere. We all have our own challenges. It doesn't have to be all of us don't have to compete and defeat the same big boss. We all got our own bosses that we need to beat up. In a video game terminology, not your own boss like at work. Don't beat your boss. That's not what I'm trying to say. Okay. But we start small. We start with self-awareness, basically knowing what is going on. First of all, you got to be able to say what the hell is going on. And by the way, the only people who are able to see this, well, animals can do this, but humans are humans. What's going on? And why am I here? What am I doing? Where did I come from? Where do I come from? And where am I going? These questions are questions that humans alone can ask. I think it is tied to intelligence. And thanks to God, we have got that going on for us. We've got the intelligence. The question is, are we going to use our intelligence, or we're just going to put it to the side and use what is already available in our environment, in society, and just go along with everybody? Because this is what's going on. I don't have to think. I don't have to bother myself and think and reflect and write goals, and that's too much work, if you know what I mean. So the beginning of all achievement is the beginning of intelligence is self-awareness. You have to be aware of what's going on. Where are you in life right now? Is this what you want, where you are right now? Or it is possibly something that is pushed to you by some, culture stuff. Because we all got our own packages. We all got our own packages with culture. Everybody got a little bit of package. You see my backpack? Something like that. We all got our own backpacks on us with a little bit of culture. And that's fine, because you're gonna grow older and you're gonna become an adult. By the way, I think being an adult to an extent these times, they're kind of questionable. You don't have to be an adult to know what adults know these days. Everything is available online. From age 12, kids are online, or maybe even younger. God knows how old. Yeah, I've seen kids curse like, I don't know, maybe 3 4 years cursing. I don't know where they got that from. Maybe from their parents, but that was a good performance. It had a good delivery in terms of when you're acting and you perform a particular scene and you deliver exactly what you're supposed to say, the way you're supposed to say it. That is what I'm talking about. They had good delivery in cursing. So they had masters. So what I'm trying to tell you that is the idea of you being young, you being I'm this age, therefore I'm yet to get there. It can be an excuse, but it can't. You shouldn't be using. We shouldn't be using it as something that is gonna hold us back forever. Because most people do that. They're like, I'm young. I'm just this year. I'm just 16. I'm just 18. I'm just 21. I'm just 30. I'm just 50. I'm too old. I can't do this anymore. This age, right? It doesn't matter what old you are, how old you are today. It's a different ball game. Everything is available online. Anybody can have access to all the information that we used to go seek out through organizations like the church, maybe the mosque, the imam, the sheikh, all these. Everything is literally available. It is on the person. It's on the man to go after it and study it, acquire that knowledge, and then put that knowledge into action. Make use of it, because you don't want to be that guy who always keeps collecting materials and keeps on bringing them to the building site but never builds anything. Because some of you are like that. Most people are like that. They like to collect. They're ever learning. They keep on bringing the rocks, whatever you build with the roofing material, the graving, and all the things, the shoveling, the crates, everything is there but never builds anything. So we don't want to do that. We want to put what we learn into action. So first of all, the beginning of all intelligence is what? It is self-awareness. You gotta wake up. You gotta ask the questions. You gotta remember you've got intelligence that the whole universe, the whole planet don't have. You are special. God literally chose us to be the masters of everybody. You know, it's only humans that can turn jungle into a park like this. I'm pretty sure this area was full of trees or whatever. But now look how it looks. Guess who can do this? Only humans can do this. Somebody has to sit down and say, you know what? I'm done with this bullshit. I don't want this to be like this. I can make it. I have a vision for this. I can make it the way I want it to make, the way I want it to look like. So you can do that. And guess what else can you do that with? That determination. Your goals, your life. You can decide to say, no. Yeah, I've got some package. I've got my backpack on me. That's true. But I don't have to stay here. It doesn't have to look like this forever. It doesn't have to be like this for my kids. It doesn't have to be like this for my wife. It doesn't have to be like this for my generations, for my lineage. I don't have to live like this anymore. I'm going to make it look like the way I want it to make it look like, because I've got that skill. I've got I've got the skill, the tool, the equipment, the idea, the intelligence. It is almost like a disrespect to not use your intelligence when you have it. Somebody said, whatever you don't use, you forfeit. Everything you have that you don't use, you forfeit. If you have your hand and you never throw a ball with it, you never eat with it, you tie it up to your shoulder, guess what happens? You just gave up that arm. It doesn't matter whether you have it or not. So whatever you don't use, you forfeit. Self-awareness. After self-awareness, get intelligence, get the information. After the information, get to work.